Okay, welcome back to page 4 of the review for Algebra 2, Chapter 4. And this covers Section 4.3, that material. So what you want to do on these problems is factor them and cancel the common factors. Now, problem 14 already has the factoring done, and you can see that I just canceled the common factors. You end up here with x minus 5 left over on top, and x plus 10 on the bottom. Now, I want you to avoid canceling here with this plus and minus sign. You can't cancel next to a plus and minus sign, so that one's actually done. There's no further work to be done. This top is factored using that star material there with the result shown over here. And the bottom already came to us factored. And you can see in this case that the 3x plus 5 will cancel. And the x minus 4 and the backwards version of x minus 4, when they cancel, they give a negative 1, and that's all that we have left. So the upshot of this is just that whole thing just equals negative 1. Okay, example number 16. You can see that I've done the factoring already, including this star work down here to get this trinomial to break apart. And once that hard work is done, you cancel the common factors and write down the final answer here. And resist the temptation to cancel that 4 and that 8. There's a plus sign here, which kind of spoils that plan. Okay, number 17, I've already factored the bottom. You can see the star work I did here for that 3x squared plus 14 plus 8. But I purposely left the top unfinished here, and I want to take you through this. This is a sum, it's got a plus sign there, of two perfect squares, perfect cubes, I mean. This is 2 times 2 times 2, and the other one is 3x times 3x times 3x. So you leverage those in the SOAP formula. Let me give myself a short formula, a short parenthesis and a long one here. So first of all, this one is, I said, 3x times 3x times 3x. So you put 3x there, and it's square down here. Then you take the 2 times 2 times 2, that gives that 8, and you put the 2 there, and it's square right there. And the next stage is you multiply these two together, which gives 6x. And then you put the SOAP on it. Same sign as the original, opposite sign. And down here, you always use a positive, AP, for always positive. And once you have that factoring done, you can see that this factor cancels off. And you're left with 9x squared minus 6x plus 4 over x plus 4. And you got to hit the brakes here. You can't, for instance, you can't cancel. As tempting as it is, do not cancel next to a plus sign. So don't cancel those. Don't cancel those x's or these x's. Don't cancel this 6 and this 4. You're actually done with the problem, and any further work will mess it up. Okay, so on problem 18, what you should notice here is that there's 1, 2, 3, 4 factors up there, or 4 terms. So we're going to factor by grouping here. In the front half, your common factor up here is x squared. So you want to take that out. In the back half, your common factor is plus 3. Excuse me. And the bottom, there's a common factor of 4. Then you look up here, and there's another common factor. It's this x minus 2 that shows up in both spots. So you're going to pull that out. And up here you have an x squared. In the back you have that plus 3. So you have x squared plus 3 here. And the top is done. but the bottom has a difference of squares there, so we're going to break that one apart, x plus 2 and x minus 2. Okay, now that all that hard work is done, you're going to cancel off the only factor that does, and you'll end up with x squared plus 3 on top. And when you put the other one in standard form, it's 4x plus 8. Okay, down here, the multiplication problems add a little dimension to it. You can cross cancel. So once you've got it all factored, like this first problem, you can cancel diagonally. That's called cross canceling. When you cancel this x minus 5 with the reverse subtraction 5 minus x, you have to introduce a negative 1, make it really prominent so you don't lose it. And now I'm going to write down the results so far. We have negative 1 times x minus 6 and x plus 3. The denominator is completely canceled off. And let's see, this is x squared with a negative 1, makes it negative 1x squared. You get a 3x minus 6x is minus 3x, but multiply it by the negative 1. So you'll notice I said plus 3x this time. And this would be a negative 18, except we're multiplying by that negative 1. So plus 18. Okay, the problem number 20 has everything factored. And once it's factored, you could see that there's several things that cross off here. The x plus 5, the x minus 2, and 3 with 6, and then 4 with 2. So after all that, you find out the original expression, as complicated as it looked like, is just the number 2, or 2 over 1 if you prefer. But we'll just write it as 2. And that does it for page 4 of the notes.